Tell me, do you bleed? You're about to. Where do I start with this movie? I can just list my grievances, I guess. Let's address Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor. Let's talk about that. It's so bad. It's so bad. It's so bad. Whiny, skinny, short, tiny baby Lex Luthor, right, who wants to be a big man, who wants to be taken seriously, is not the Lex Luthor I want to see.
That's Mark Zuckerberg as Lex Luthor.
It's Mark Zuckerberg as Heath Ledger's Joker. Why does he have to be just like rambling nonsense all the time? Why?
Ding.
Ding, 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 ding. Film of the year. Oscar to Jesse Eisenberg, please.
Jesse Eisenberg.
Also, Lex Luthor killed his assistant. Did Lex Luthor set off that bomb?
Yes.
He killed Mercy Graves.
He killed Mercy Graves.
Let's talk about how it's 2016 and Lois Lane was useless. Oh, Lois Lane is a real businesswoman. She's got like things to do. She's getting into a taxi. She's writing an article. She's making a phone call. Superman shows up and she stops what she's doing and she's like, yes, it's time to talk about you now, baby. Don't be sad.
It's not like he does anything either.
That's true. Okay, honestly though, one of my problems with Man of Steel, one of my many problems with Man of Steel, is that he doesn't do a whole lot of like saving people. I feel like in this movie they kind of like showed him doing at least some of that. I feel like his arc would have been much stronger if Lois Lane had any purpose. I love Lois so much, and poor Amy Adams was given nothing to do. They started the whole plot of this movie based around the backlash from all the destruction at the end of Man of Steel. But then in this movie, they destroy a lot of property and kill a lot of innocents also. So what's the point? Batman, I know it's a dream sequence, but Batman uses a gun and kills people. Batman doesn't use guns. Batman doesn't use guns. I'm obviously the Superman person. I don't care if Superman kills anyone. I don't care. But Batman doesn't kill anyone. Batman does not use guns. You see Batman pointing a gun that's loaded at someone with the intent to kill them. Something is very wrong. Also, I learned recently, like a couple days ago, that Batman's weird chunky like robo suit was in an actual like Batman vs Superman comic in like the 90s that I didn't read. So sorry if I complained about that. I still don't know how I feel about Batfleck. Didn't like Jeremy Irons Alfred as much as I thought I would.
He's not Michael Caine.
He's not Michael Caine. Wonder Woman.
She was not beefy enough.
Her
arms were like really flabby.
Listen, literally every moment that Wonder Woman was on screen, my entire thought process was just, ooh, kill him. She was great. I have no complaints. Wonder Woman for president. Gonna see the Wonder Woman movie. Glad it wrapped before anyone saw Batman vs Superman, so they can still make it. Time for me to address Doomsday. Right after Man of Steel is not the time to do a Death of Superman story. It's not the time to bring in Doomsday. Doomsday is not an issue 2 villain. Doomsday you should never bring in my opinion. But you don't bring in Doomsday until you have Superman as an established character. And clearly, like, the point of this movie was that Superman has become established, but you don't get the sense that he's, like, loved and needed. But this Doomsday has Kryptonian powers and also nuclear powers. I went on record a while back saying that, like, I hate Doomsday, but I'd be okay with Doomsday if he actually killed Superman. First of all, throwing him into space, having everyone be like, oh, he's dead, and then showing him like revitalized by the yellow sun, pointless, utterly pointless, unless you're going to have him die and then come back with yellow sun energy. They put him in a box.
And they put him in the box.
They put him in a box,
and
but then...
it was nighttime when he got all stabified.
If it's nighttime, he can still do Superman stuff. I'm not sure what the takeaway of that end scene was. This is spoilers, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
When Lois, like, leaves that last handful of dirt on his grave, it holds on there for a second, and right before it cuts to black, the dirt, like, briefly, right before it cuts to black, hovers a little bit.
Yeah, I saw that.
Because, as everyone knows, Superman has the power to manipulate Earth.
Right.
What am I supposed to do with that? Honestly, I would be fine with Superman being dead for the rest of the Justice League franchise. That sounds weird to say, but I'd be okay with that. I know he won't be, because even if the end credits implied, oh, he's not dead. What happened in Death and Return of Superman is that the real Superman was, like, locked away in some like parallel dimension or something. I don't remember. I'd have to look back at the book. But he was alive the whole time, just in a different place. Maybe like the Justice League movie is them like trying to go to that place and rescue Superman. Like in Pirates of the Caribbean 4. But at the same time, like, it'd be neat if a superhero movie actually respected that once you're dead, you're dead. But I know he's not. Can you imagine this, like, Zack Snyder and everyone at, like, a writer's room?
Alright.
No one liked Man of Steel.
Kill
No one liked Man of Steel. Kill Superman.
Kill Superman.
Kill him.
That's gonna make everything better.
This movie, initially, I believe, was supposed to be, like, Man of Steel 2. It would be called Batman vs. Superman: Dawn of Justice, but it would essentially be Man of Steel 2. And then I was like, no, we hated Man of Steel. We like Batman. It's written to be Man of Steel 2, but like from the perspective of Batman. The first act is like Batman honestly being a shitty detective. You can tell that the way it's written, it's definitely supposed to be more about Superman than it is about Batman. Like, Batman's a hypocrite, but that's really as far into it as they go. Except for all the dream sequences where he's like, my parents are dead. My parents are dead. My parents are dead. Oh, my parents are dead.
Why would you say that name?
Flashback sequences to scenes that we've already seen, playing the entire scene in full. Hey, Batman and Superman fight for like 20 seconds, and the reason that they stop fighting is because their moms have the same name.
Same name.
Speaking of, I'm a little bit tired of everything being about everybody's dad. Superman's all like, I'm living the life that my dad taught me how to, and Batman's saying the exact same thing. And Lex Luthor's like, oh, I'm just like, I only have this company.
My dad always said.
She's my dad always said.
My dad.
Okay, the scene with Martha Kent where she's like, be their monument. Like,
Oh my god.
that scene is useless.
You have no idea how many of these stupid lines I forgot.
I know.
Every time you say them, I'm just cringing all over again.
It adds nothing to the movie. It's only there to remind you who Martha Kent is. So that when she gets kidnapped, you're like, oh no, it's his mom.
I care.
Why do we know nothing about Martha Wayne? Why don't we know anything about her and her goals and her beliefs and her role in Bruce's life? And I wish Robin was there or talked about in any way. I know they were trying to go for like a broken down, like older Bruce who like has lost everything and has had a couple Robins die. They don't... Where's Robin? I have all of these like grievances, all these like little grievances with the movie, but I feel like there is a larger, deeper issue that I have with it, and I'm not sure what that is because I literally just left the movie theater. It's, I don't know, at the very least it's unfocused. Like, it's not that I want them to get details right, it just wasn't there. It wasn't a movie yet, and it's like the most hyped movie of the year. I'm seeing why it has defenders, but it wasn't enough for me. Would it have been cheaper if they had revealed that they didn't kill Superman at the end of this movie? Or is it gonna be cheaper when Justice League comes out and they're like, just kidding, he was alive? Or actually, is the next movie gonna be Reign of the Supermen and we're gonna have Hank Henshaw and like Eradicator and Superboy and stuff running around?
Shit.
Can that happen? I can't believe I bought tickets to this movie, but I would buy tickets to Reign of the Supermen. I don't regret seeing this movie, because it's gonna be like the jumping off point for the entire DC Extended Universe, and I have to have context for stuff. Dear Zack Snyder, I don't understand your choices. Please write back. Dear Jesse Eisenberg, calm down, please.
Now God bends to my will.
No, oh my God, what a little piss baby. Do you know the oldest lie in America? It's how I got these scars.
Right, like...
Just the opinion of someone who cares too much.
That's